They're going to arrest me. They're going to walk me in front of the cameras. They're going to make it wall-to-wall news. I'm going to walk around in handcuffs. I'm going to look guilty as fuck. You look guilty with handcuffs with police. I mean, the fuck you do. They're going to say all this shit. They're going to take me in for questioning. I have a strong suspicion they may not charge me because I have a feeling they haven't got enough to charge me with, but they might. They might charge me with some crap. And in the end, years from now, I'm going to walk it. And they're just going to waste 2 more years of my life, 2 more years of my reputation. You know, it's kind of, you have to see everything in the world as a blessing from God. It's the only way to see it. Because if you didn't see it as a blessing from God, it's pretty fucking hard to deal with. You have to see the positives of all these things, because once I bust it, then I'm going to have another accolade of innocence, and I'm going to be more well-known and more famous than I ever was, and that's fantastic, and I'll find a way to make all my money back. Great. But the next 2-3 years are going to be rocky. It's going to be rocky dealing with this shit. But what can you do? You just have to approach it like a man. One of the main things I think they're trying to achieve with me throughout this 3 or 4 year process, I've had a lot of people come to me from America, from Britain, some billionaires from Germany, loads of big Romanians, because Romania is not poor like people think. Big money in Romania, mafia money. Like, there's money everywhere. And everyone comes to me and they go, why don't you just change your persona online? Why don't you just, what they want me to do is say sorry. What they want to do is say, look, Andrew is the top G, Mr. fucking tough guy. Look, we got him with the system. And look, he said sorry. Look, I'll tell you something. I actually am a fan of his, and this is not shade in any way. What was his name? Byron Donalds?
Yeah.
Next day, he put out his apology. I don't know if you saw it. Put out his sorry. That's what they want. They want the sorry. If I say sorry, this will go away, because then they'll always say he ain't shit. Look, he bent, he broke.
Yeah, dude, if you say sorry, I'm transitioning.
Well, that's
I'm
it.
putting on a dress lipstick. I'm going to be the biggest fag
Well,
out there.
but that's the thing. They know I won't.
Yeah.
But that's what they want.
Yeah.
Because what they're trying to do is break the symbol of resistance, which has ended up being me. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone else. I just ended up in this position. I'm the symbol of resistance against enslavement from the Matrix. So, like, if we get this motherfucker to say sorry and act like he's broken in some way, if we finally break him down, everyone's going to know, and they're going to shut up when the heat starts coming. But with me, they can't get me to say sorry. That's why they're so frustrated. That every single time you see a video of me and Tristan, we are laughing. And we are joking, and we're saying, do it, put us in jail, I miss jail, da-da-da. Like, they can't stand that we have fun all the time.
Right.
Tristan said to me this morning, he's like, fucking DAs are after us, we're in a Vegas suite, we're the fucking mob. I was like, mob, we don't do anything. He goes, yeah, but it's cool. I'm like, well, yeah. That's what they hate. They hate that we won't say sorry.
What religion you practice?
That's a good question. I'm a Muslim, my brother is Christian.
You think that has something to do with it? Because that's beautiful. He's Christian, you're Muslim. Why is there so much of a disconnect between Christians and Muslims? I never got that.
Fox News.
Yeah.
That's who demonized the Muslims.
Yeah, I think that's a huge part of it, especially like 9/11, and they put a huge spin on it. There's also a huge disconnect where people assume or they attribute Islam to the third world. So like a third worlder will do something and they'll say, see, these Muslims, etc. But if you let in a third worlder from anywhere, he'll do something. You can let in a third worlder from Guatemala or the Central African Republic. They're not Islamic and they can commit a crime. Especially in Europe, we have this problem as well. So,
Haiti. Haiti's enough.
Haiti, exactly. Candace said to me, who I'm a huge fan of, I truly think she's amazing in the work she does, but she said to me, she said, she said on October 9th, when I defended Palestine to Piers Morgan, that's when all the conservatives turned on me.
Ooh,
she said she said viscerally, I saw it the same day you defended Palestine. It's the day they all came for me.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, maybe it is that. Perhaps they do have some power.
We know there's a drop in our views too, since we've been criticizing.
Oh yeah, they'll just start to slowly shadow ban you and they'll come after you, etc. But the thing that's also annoying, and I said this as well, but I'm gonna say it again, because if you're an intelligent person, you understand that everything is nuanced. There's nuance everywhere, right? But you can't have nuanced arguments. Ian Carroll just went on Joe Rogan and spoke about a lot of the issues that, that are happening in the world today. And he's still getting called a Zionist agent.
Yeah.
And Mossad. I get called Mossad. Have you guys been called Mossad yet?
No, just straight Jew haters.
All right. Well, you're doing good. Because I've had that team turn on me.
Right.
Yeah. Because you're never based enough for the Anon account on Twitter who has nothing to lose, right?
Right.
So you can mention certain things, you can bring certain things up, but if you're not 1,000% mentioning it all the time, or it's all you talk about, then they turn on you and call you a Mossad agent. So supposedly I work for the Jews now, funnily enough, even though I literally risked my life defending Palestine on Piers Morgan and got in a whole bunch of trouble for it. But then they asked me something else, and I must not have answered the way they wanted, and then they went crazy. So there's not very much nuance in these arguments either, which causes a huge problem and a disconnect because, yes, I agree there's a huge problem with Israeli influence over the American government. I agree.
Zionism.
There is a huge problem with it. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But when
I think conservatives and Republicans, we are pro-life Christian.
Yep.
What's happening in Gaza is not pro-life and it's definitely not Christian.
Absolutely.
I don't know why we're in bed with Israel and then we fund that war. They call it a war, but those people don't have weapons.
Yep.
They don't have an army.
Yep.
I mean, they have some weapons. I mean, it's like a little posse.
It's not a fair fight.
Yeah, it's not a fair fight at all.
Yeah.
It's not a fair fight.
When I look at the drone footage, it looks apocalyptic.
It truly looks apocalyptic and it's extremely sad. And also, I find it amazing that, like, if you're a nationalist or you're a conservative and you believe in the rights to your land and you believe in America being America, and you want to protect your land, then you should understand that other people want to protect their land.
Exactly. We push
they
back
say-
on illegal immigration.
Yep.
What's going on in Israel?
Yeah, but they say Palestine never existed. That's why I hear all the time on social media, especially on Instagram from conservatives. That place never existed.
Yeah, they're ignorant to it all, and it's a long and complicated history. But even if you don't want to go down the entire history of Palestine-Israel, this is what I was saying to Piers, because he doesn't even let you fucking talk. I was like, I haven't got time to explain history to you, but exactly like you said, this is clearly a genocide. What's happening is clearly completely inhuman. Right. Forget religion, forget any of these things. It's inhuman what they're doing to these people. Yeah. It's unacceptable what they're doing to these people. And it's also the media spin they put on it tells you a lot, because when Hamas try and fight back, it's a terror attack and it's barbaric. And when Israel fight back, it's a tactical strike.
Right.
Oh, tactical strike. That actually almost sounds like it's okay. Yeah. Have you ever seen the result of a tactical strike? Because all I see is
drone footage.
Yeah, I see buildings crushing children when we call it a tactical fucking strike. So again, it's all about the language they use and how they frame everything.
Right.
It's truly incredible. And
Did you see that video that Trump posted? Can you pull up that video?
He put up an AI meme of Trump's Gaza.
Yeah, like Trump's stance on Gaza, like turned into like this oasis for the Jews. I was like, dude, that is tone deaf. He put this up on, I think it's, yeah.
I've seen it, yeah.
Donald is coming to set you free, bringing the light for all to see. No more tunnels, no more fear. Trump Gaza is finally here. Trump Gaza
This is trans, right?
Golden future, a brand new life. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza, #1.
But hasn't Trump stopped a lot of the killing, would you argue? I think it's a lot calmer now than it was before Trump got in. So maybe I'm wrong, you know. Maybe this is why they call me a fucking Mossad agent now. But I give Trump the benefit of the doubt that at least he stopped the killing for now. At least that's stage one, right? It's everything's incremental. Is Gaza ever going to look like that? Fuck no. We all know that's never going to happen. Yeah. But he stopped the killing at least at the beginning, which I think is the best thing.
Yeah.
If Kamala had won, which you would argue are supposed to be the left and the pro-Palestine, etc., the killing would still be going on. Because Kamala, there's no way Kamala would stand up against the deep state and the warmongers, which is another thing, which is going to get me in trouble, but we're going to talk about it. We talk about females.
Yeah.
Why I don't believe women should be in leadership positions in most cases is because I don't believe women are competent enough to lead, because I don't believe women are brave enough to put themselves on the line. If when Trump gets the call and they say, do this or we're going to shoot at you, and he ignores them and they shoot at him, that's a leader. If Kamala got that call, you think she's going to risk taking a bullet? Fuck no. So you can't even put women in positions of power, because they'll always bend and break to the shadow power that we don't even know exists. When they call her phone and they start telling her address and telling her what they need,